Welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal with Crystal Intentions, here with a very late slash early morning reading. It is currently a full moon and I decided to stay up and do a reading to see what the energy has for us through a pick a card reading. I'm curious to know how the full moon is affecting everyone. Me, myself being a Scorpio and the full moon being a Scorpio, I'm not as affected as I thought I would be. I feel like I'm more affected with the sun being in Taurus, which is the opposite. I've been very lazy lately, wanting to lay around and indulge and eat and all those things, and not as emotional as I thought I would be. But yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure this is recording. Okay, so as always, we have pile 1, 2, and 3. You can just pick a pile based on which one speaks to you. Usually when I do pick a card readings, I usually hear the number before I even look at the stones. So if you hear the number, if 1, 2, or 3, it's just calling to you. You can choose that way, or you can also pick from the stones. This is red jasper, selenite, and for some reason I wanted to choose pyrite. So I'm curious at what this pile says, because I was looking at a different stone, but then I was drawn to pick that. So let's start with the first pile and see what it is. Okay. So if you chose pile number 1 with the red jasper, first thing I noticed. So first of all, Scorpio is all about transformation, death, and rebirth. So initially, right off the bat, of course, we see relationship change, and then the walking away from something, leaving something behind. Leaving something behind in a way where there is no going back. There's a sacrifice that needs to be made, and the sacrifice could just very well be this relationship that needs to be left. Wisdom. Use your wisdom. You are smarter than you think you are. Oh, you have sacrificed twice. Look at that. Look at that. Sacrifice twice. So yeah, it's definitely time to let something go. It is a full moon. It is just time to, it's time for a fresh start. It's time for a new cycle. And I believe this full moon also deals with things like, well, water deals with emotions, and with the moon being in Scorpio, the full moon being in Scorpio, that's emotions. That's also dealing with shadow self and deep hidden aspects of things. Whatever this is that needs to be released is causing you disharmony. It is throwing off your balance, which is why you have harmony in the reverse. So yeah, that is your message basically for those that picked 1. It's just time to move on. It's time to move on. Like Spirit is telling you, it is time to let that go. Like it's just time to give that up. Whatever you are working on trying to manifest and bring to you, whatever is holding you back needs to be sacrificed or walked away from, and walking away in a way that you do not go back to it. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. So that is your message. For those of you that have picked pile number 2, this is your message. Let's see. And these cards, I actually shuffled them in a way where they fell out the deck. So I hope these cards resonated with whoever they are intended for. So the card that stands out the most to me is Stand Your Ground. And it's in reverse, but then it's next to the Daughter of Wands, which is telling me that there is a conflict. The first thing that came to mind was work. Something, it's like you are, and then there's, I'm sorry, unbothered, continue to be unbothered. There is, it's bothering you even though you are pretending to be unbothered by whatever the situation that is revolving around the workplace. There may be some recognition that is due to you that you are not standing up for yourself about. You're trying to let it, what's the word I'm looking for? You're trying to let it just pass or roll off your back, but it is something that is bothering you, even though you are pretending to be unbothered. It's time for you to step into your power and stand your ground. And I don't think cry is more so crying in emotion. I think it's your higher self or the inner you that is crying out for you to say something, to say whatever needs to be said, for you can get the recognition and the reward for the things that you have worked for. It's time to stand up for yourself. What is this? Teaching and learning. I think this card is here because this moment or this whatever is happening is trying to show you something else. It's trying to push you into become something greater. It is trying to teach you. It is trying to teach you and show you the lesson so you can prevent it in the future. But you have to take heed to it and listen to your inner voice and listen to spirit that is trying to guide you to actually stand your ground and step into your power and actually communicate the things that are bothering you that you need to speak up on. I hope that resonates with whoever that needs to resonate for. And that is your message for those that have picked pile number 2. And last but not least, those that picked pile number 3, the pyrite. I already know that deals with grounding. As I was flipping the cards, one of them flipped over, and I believe it was grounding, something with grounding, but something about this pile is saying grounding all over it, which is probably why I was drawn to pick the pyrite. So I see, and also pyrite deals with abundance, but it can be used for grounding as well, or attracting money. Let's see. Which way am I going to pull? This way. Let's swap. Just put them out on the table. Motivation. Find what motivates you so you can get going. Oh, hold on. What's trying to be hidden from us? Everything in moderation. Love begins. Death. Okay, so yes. There's a transformation that is taking place, and you are going to have to succumb to it. Stop fighting it. Let it happen. Let the transformation happen. It is to place you where you are trying to be. Moderation. Everything in moderation is what I keep hearing. Everything in moderation. I don't know if there is a new love that has come into your life that is distracting you from doing what it is you need to do, which is taking you, it is bringing you out of your place of being grounded. This is great, but I think you're getting hung up here. New love, and it's too much at one time, and it's taking your focus away from what you need to focus on. There's a transformation that's taking place, but it's almost like you are not motivated to continue that process because you're stuck here. It's like you're succumbing to this energy when the energy is pushing you this way. Definitely there needs to be some grounding that needs to take place so you can bring all of this back into balance, so it's not so. New love can be overwhelming, but overwhelming in a good way because it feels good, which is why moderation is probably in reverse, because it's too much of that feel good that is causing you to not get to where you need to be. I feel like I need to pull another card, but from which deck? Let's see. This deck had a lot to say earlier, so let's see what card comes up. Some clarity. Yeah, and then there's overcome on the bottom of this card. So let's just see what card comes out. I'm not getting a card. Okay, take this card that wants to come out. Accelerated wisdom. Since you don't want to go back in the deck. Throat chakra, trapped in fear. So, accelerated motion, I'm sorry. Accelerated motion. So, I don't know if you are afraid to lose this person. Maybe it's a love that was a long time coming and you are trying to hold on to it so tightly, but it is holding up your energy from doing what it is you need to do. And I really feel like Spirit is really trying to move you forward to something. And then also you have the Stone of Pyrite. You could be dealing with issues of finance. This could be blocking your money. And then throat chakra. What are you not speaking up about or communicating about? Or, is this person afraid to lose you? Which is holding you up from doing what you need to do, because this person is taking all of your time and attention and you are not being vocal about it. Trying to keep peace. But the message is you need to find a way to balance this so you can ultimately get whatever it is that you are currently trying to manifest. Whatever the energy is trying to transmute and transform you into, this needs to be balanced out. Definitely do some grounding. Go with the end, meditate. Listen to the answers. Watch out for the synchronicities. Journal your dreams. Write down the things that may just be coming to you out of randomly, that may be different from your own thoughts. All these messages, all these things are trying to get your attention, to show you what it is that you need to see. I hope that message resonates with whoever it needs to resonate with and for. As always, you can book a reading with me to get more details if this message did resonate with you and you would like some more insight. You can follow me on Instagram at christalintentions, and thank you for watching.